Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. So it was a good week this week. We had good numbers, prices were high, and it all is looking pretty good. I think we may be getting a few more cattle now because of high prices, and our weekly total was up there over 1,800 head. Prices seem to be holding on pretty good, and it looks like that may continue as these cattle just keep getting higher on the packer end of it. Box beef prices are reaching almost a record high level. The box beef cutouts are up there around $360 a hundred, which is bumping historical record high prices. And meat is still moving. It is Memorial Day weekend coming up, and people are cranking up their grills. And it's hot down here in South Florida. I don't know about wherever else you guys are, but it's sure heating up and warm down here. So maybe you've got some shade somewhere to put those grills under. But yeah, people are grilling and meat's moving off the shelf, and even at a record high level. So things are looking pretty good. The money's coming back down to the producers. Feeders are making good money, and the packers are the one that they're bringing up the rear. And looks like their kind of their leverage has backed off a little bit. They did buy up pretty good bit of cattle last week, knowing that they were having this Memorial Day weekend coming this week. So they bought up a lot of cattle last week, even though cash prices were, I think they were steady, maybe even $1 or $2 higher, but fully steady. And this week they're going to be buying up what they can get bought up to for next week. And next week they'll all be closed pretty much. They're Monday for Memorial Day. So it'll be a short week next week. But these cash prices coming out of the feedlots are very good. And that's what's trickling back down here. When you see these calves selling for as high as they are, the only way they can possibly give that much for these calves is if the numbers work out and if the break-even numbers are good on the cattle coming out of the feedlot. And so evidently these guys buying these cattle are going to put some cheap gain on them on some grass, some summer grass, and back that cost of gain up there below $1 if they can, and maybe even lower than that, and try to make a little bit of money on these high calf prices. Good luck to you. We hope you can make it all work, because it has to work on all ends of it. And the packers maybe now are climbing out of the red position they've been in, and they should be able to make some money at this $360 per hundred that they're selling this meat for there at the retail level. So I guess that's the fundamentals are staying pretty much the same, just low cow numbers. Remember, they did close the Mexican border due to the New World screwworm, and this seems to be an ongoing problem. This, screwworm, the bug, the fly, is down there in Central America. It's moving its way on up to Mexico. It's getting closer to the border. They do have the sterile flies down there in Panama. They release the sterile flies out, and they reproduce, or don't reproduce, but it kind of cuts off the breeding cycle of the screwworm flies, and so maybe they can hold that down there below the border. We sure don't need that up here at all, but they're on the job. That's USDA, and they've got those screwworm flies, and they're going to hopefully keep that down. But they're not letting any cattle come across from Mexico here into the U.S., so that's a good thing. What else is going on? Yep, Memorial Day, no sale Monday, but we will be wide open Tuesday. And so just treat Monday like a Sunday. If you bring cattle in on the weekends, don't bring them on Sunday, because you don't want them sitting around in the heat for Sunday night and Monday night. But if you need to bring them in Monday, do that. Just pretend like Monday is Sunday. Bring them in Monday afternoon, and we'll keep them for you, hay and water them, and we'll sell them Tuesday. If that's what you need to do, we'll do that. And I would think that Tuesday would be a pretty good run of cattle. The way these prices are and the way things are moving, it should be a pretty decent run. Like I said, we've been having 800 or 900 head on both days, and the sales are lasting long enough for you to get your cattle in here anyways. Sales will be getting over around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So bring them in if you need to there Monday afternoon, and we'll sell them for you Tuesday. What else? Yeah, there's Producers Cattle Auction sale coming up next Thursday. That is the 29th, I believe, and that's 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Producers Cattle Auction. There'll be some good cattle for sale there. We got several loads consigned and signed up, ready to go. A few more coming on in, so if you're a buyer looking for some good South Florida calves, check us out. Go to our website, either OkeechobieLivestockMarket.com or ProducersCattleAuction.com. Fill out that buyer's app. I know there's not as many calves out there to buy anymore as there used to be, so if you're looking for some, log in, check us out, and we'll get you vetted and get you signed in so you can bid on those calves. They're very good. First offering of South Florida calves. This year's calves crop, these calves are doing good right now. We've got a little bit of rain. Pasture conditions are good. Grass isn't real tall, but we've been through a real dry time, but the rain we got last week, everything is green, and grass has a lot of strength in it, and these calves are putting on a lot of pounds per day, and the mama cows are looking a lot better, and conditions are improving, even though it's been almost a week since we've had another rain, and if we don't get another rain here pretty quick, we could go back to being dry again. But for the most part, we're a little bit closer to the rainy season, closer to getting those afternoon thunderstorms, and these cattle should be holding up and gaining weight right on through the first to the middle part of the summer anyways. Usually when we start getting dumped on with all this rain and you get wet and mosquitoes and bad conditions and the heat comes, and the calves don't put on as much weight in those late summer months, but right now they're really doing it all. So that sale there with Producers will be next Thursday. That's May the 29th, I believe, next Thursday. See what else. That's about it for the market report. Our high prices are Burns Ranch from Melbourne, Florida, topped the calf market with a 180-pound bull calf that weighed 180 pounds and brought $6.70, 670. That calf was bought by Foy Reynolds Cattle Company up there in Bonifay. Thank you, Ronnie. And on the slaughter cow side, Larson Dairy hardly misses a week, hardly misses a day of sale with us here. Larson Dairy topped the cow market with a cow that weighed 1,540 pounds, and she brought $1.78. That's a good ticket on a dairy cow. That cow was bought by Brown Packing. That's your market report. We appreciate your business. Thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We'll tell you what we think. We might be right, we may be wrong, but it's what we think. Thank you. See you next week.